let's get into the next topic, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk about this Lara Croft thing. Shout out to Melanie Mack. Wish you were here to drop the F-bombs because you're the one that has the pass, apparently, it seems.
Food. How many times do I have to tell you this? Is a food.
Actually, can you like not risk my platform? Can you do it on your like non-monetized platform?
I mean, in his defense, in Britain, it's literally like some meat dish.
It's a food.
I know it's a food, but YouTube doesn't care if it's a food or not.
I love and peas. Okay, it's a good.
Someone put that.
That makes sense.
Please.
That does make sense.
Hey, I'm gonna catch up with y'all later, man.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! All right, hold on.
I'm training myself up for that. I'm just
let me make my marker. All right, let's talk about it. So we got
what's going on.
We got Tomb Raider, right?
Oh,
Tomb Raider.
Oh,
just to touch on this,
this.
this is just let's preface this, okay? This is not a video game. It's a tabletop RPG. All right, I just want to put that out there because you're gonna have people say, "Well, it's not a video game, so who cares?" Like,
it did not matter how many times in my fucking video I said it's a tabletop RPG. I still got comments. Oh man, this video game is gonna bomb. Like,
me too. I know. That's why I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there at the start. It's not a video game. If I see a comment in chat talking about, well, this video game looks terrible, I'm gonna fucking lose it. All right, anyway, this tabletop RPG, this is the reason. The reason why this is relevant to the whole conversation right now, right, is because Crystal Dynamics is actively working on another Tomb Raider game, and they said that this particular tabletop RPG is the direction that they're going to be going with Lara Croft in the future for their future video games and whatnot that are coming out. That's why it's relevant. So even though it's a tabletop RPG right now and it's not a video game, if you are a fan of Lara Croft, your next gen games for Lara Croft are going to be based off this bullshit that they're doing with the tabletop game. Now, the whole thing that they're doing is apparently Lara Croft is not a Tomb Raider anymore. Although they refuse to change the name.
What, Raider is offensive now or something?
She's a truth seeker. Because that's something they've been wanting to call themselves for a long time. That's what these leftists call themselves too, truth seekers.
Raider.
And apparently, it's insensitive for Lara Croft to be a Tomb Raider and take artifacts and stuff like that don't belong to her. So now she puts them back. Now
like they take our favorite properties that don't belong to them and fucking change them.
Well,
actually, yeah, that's pretty ironic.
Have an abortion and they're gonna call it Womb Raider. So.
That was a porno.
Oh god, shit.
Where's the drum?
Man, bro.
That was a porno.
I miss the
like
narcissistic Lara Croft. You know, I miss like I miss it because now they want to fucking.
I have another
narcissist.
question for Grums.
No,
like you guys are finished.
Yep, go ahead.
I don't know if this. Well, I know it's not related to Tomb Raider, but I just thought about it. So I have a theory, Grums. Like, obviously, I'm not a developer. But I'm pro crunch. Okay, I'm pro. I believe in working hard to get the job done, and I think, in my personal opinion, modern day developers don't work as hard as you guys worked in back in the day. I'm thinking, in my mind, 50, 60 hour weeks were commonplace to get the job done, but developers these days are appalled that they have to work 40 hours a week. What do you think about that?
Well, look, if you're an entrepreneur or if you're a small game studio and you're not crunching, your competitor is, and they will eat your lunch. It's just a fact of life in a competitive society that you have to put in the long hours to succeed at anything. When you get to a large corporation, I think that's when, you've got the 9-to-5 crowd and they're doing it for a career, not necessarily for a passion. They're doing it for a paycheck. They're not doing it for equity or anything else. But I think that's why you incentivize teams with royalties. That's why you incentivize teams with, if you're a startup, with equity, because then you do work the long hours, and tech does work long hours in startups. And any entrepreneur who has their own business, any small business owner works long hours. That's just the way it is. And as far as I can see, there's no balance if you want to win. And that's just the nature of of competition.
Because I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
At Blizzard, when we were when I first got there, we were working on StarCraft, and I didn't see my home for almost 2 months. It was literally just there, working all the time, and then we would play games at night. We'd play Magic, we'd play all sorts of board games at night, or video games. And then I hadn't gone home in so long. I hadn't collected my mail. When I finally got home during the daytime, my power was disconnected, and it was the weekend, and I didn't know who to call because we just weren't home. That's how much we crunched on StarCraft. And I realized that as we started having families, as we got bigger as a company and hired people, I realized not everyone can do that. And I actually understand that. And I actually try to minimize that. I don't ask people to work late, but that's not true of me. I work all the time. I haven't had a weekend here in quite some time, and I'm actually looking forward to taking a day off where I don't have to do anything. But I don't complain about it because I know from entrepreneurship, this is what it takes. So you have to choose. You choose your life. Do you want to get off a W-2, and do you want a chance at your dreams? You got to crunch. There's no two ways about it. Do you want a W-2 and the uncertainty of layoffs and having to move around a lot? That's another choice too. Equally valid lifestyles, right? I can't fault you for wanting one or the other. I'm just telling you what it takes to win.
I agree. And I always thought of it like if I was to run a game studio, I would want to make it as comfortable for like that toxic culture that's always getting reported by Jason Schreier in the news. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? If my guys got to stay tonight and work a long 14, 16-hour shift, guess what? We're having strippers in that night. Champagne, all the best. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm being funny, but I'm thinking like this has to be a situation just like what you said. Some people are just there to collect the check, but real gamers were there overnight doing the damn thing. And,
look, it's not fair for the 10% of the people who actually do the majority of the lifting. The Pareto optimal principle is that on any team, including company, it's the top 10, 15% that do like 80, 90% of the work, right? That really carry. These people are hungry. They want to crunch. And, as long as you treat them fairly for it and you take care of them, with royalties and everything else, I think they should be allowed to crunch because they share the same dream. And those who don't want to crunch, well, they can go home. That's fine. But the financial rewards are not going to be the same.
Exactly.